Okay, we're live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another live stream. Hi, Tez. We're doing trains. Tez was the one that suggested yesterday in the live stream that I do a metro, it's like Cyberpunk metro tutorial. That was what he was talking about. Posted it in the Discord, and I was like, I like that idea, so let's run with it. So we're doing trains. I have one like reference picture of a train that I want to try and do, but before we do, as we usually do with live streams that are leading up to a tutorial, is I want to do a little bit of an idea board with you guys and see if we can come up with at least 10 ideas of train related things. Not all of the things in the video are obviously going to be trains, right? But I am thinking we have the really nice white hanging monorail from the vehicles video. So we could also maybe do a darker version of something like that, or maybe a monorail, a dark monorail that's sitting on like a traditional one that's sitting on top of the rail. And then I would like a metro style train, actual subway sort of train, and then I was thinking a passenger train. That's another good idea. That's actually the one that we'll probably start doing. So overland passenger train, something like a kind of looks like a high speed rail sort of thing, right? And maybe even a freight train, but I don't know if that's going to be too many trains because they do take a bit of time. But we also need to think about tracks. We need to think about like station decorations, things like the boards that hang above your head so you can see what trains are coming, and obviously like benches and things like that are not that big of a deal. But so I can send a pic of a metro tunnel from my currently unfinished Cyberpunk metro subway if you want to. You could definitely send that. Put it in the same thread that you put the idea in the first place on the Discord. But we'll get around to. I'll look at that after the stream. I know kind of what I want to do with this one. So let's get into the game, and let's see what we can come up with for like the ideas board that I have here, right? So the first one, like I said, we're going to want a subway train. All right, we're gonna have a subway train. I was thinking the dark monorail. Also, before we carry on, I don't know if BMA is here right now, but I'd like to acknowledge the fact that he is our first... Hi, Pesechka. He is our first, like, YouTube channel member. So we now have a Ko-fi channel member, and we have a YouTube channel member. And BMA is still here. Thank you very much, BMA. It was very kind of you to take the membership. I really appreciate it. So, yeah. So the next thing that we're gonna... Okay, so maybe we're gonna do the passenger train, right? The high-speed rail, and maybe a cargo train. Like I'm not entirely sure if we're gonna come up with enough station decorations, so we could definitely have some themed more around, like the cargo train can maybe have like a little train crane sort of thing, and maybe a couple of more like container sort of stuff. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Some kind of cargo train yard sort of decorations maybe as well. But I do want station decorations. Station deco. That's something. So if you guys can brainstorm some ideas, I'll be listening. But until then, let me actually bring up the picture. Where did I put it? Inspiration? This one. And let me show the reference picture. How big is that? That's massive. I don't want it to be that massive. Can I move it? Can I make it smaller? can make it smaller. You can actually fit this thing onto the screen. Dang, it's massive. All right, so that, right, minus that, like, that can't see me, that square thing that's on the one side. Hi, next year, welcome to the stream. So something that looks like that, I kind of like that idea, right? I got like a side pic of it, and then we have the back. I kind of like the fact that the back has that square entrance. I like that, but I don't know if I want the same thing up on the front like that, because a high-speed train, high-speed rail requires aerodynamics, and that's completely counterintuitive to it, right? But I love the design of this train, and I'm gonna see what I can do to actually make this happen. Yeah, let me close this up. A good way to come up with inspiration for station deco would be to look at metro stations from IRL cyberpunky cities like Tokyo, Hong Kong, Seoul, and Chongqing. Yeah, definitely a good strategy for a lot of cyberpunk building is to look at the ones that already exist, right? Because they do exist. It's definitely a thing. I wish there was a way for me to pin this thing up, but I don't think I can pin it over top of everything. So I'm just gonna have to keep it in the corner and look at it. All right. So the first thing that we're probably gonna need to try and figure out is just the. Okay, no, actually, the first thing we're gonna need to try and figure out is the rail, right? Because I do want to put it on a rail. I don't want to just build it for nothing. So we're gonna go with anvils for the rail, obviously, and then what slabs are we working with? Not slabs, slabs. Let me have some tea real quick here. Oh, Roybos, my love. How I've missed you. Okay. I mean, we could go for like a rusty kind of train thing. That'd be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? Right? Instead of the regular wood that everyone always uses, because what we're going for, we're not gonna go fancy with this, right? So we're gonna go for the old this rail design. Right? Like this. We do it like 5 apart. Yeah, I think that's enough. Right? So go for something like that, or do we lift this up a little bit? Do it there. No, those things are supposed to be at the bottom. Okay. I don't know. We can always change that around. That's not the big deal. But I kinda already like what we're working with here. Is that 3 past? Yeah. So we do this, and then just pop one there for a second, and get this bad boy out. Yep. Break that, and then we can maybe stack this just a few times. 10. Boom. There we go. We got a rail, right? Yeah. I think that works for now. Right. So the train is definitely gonna be at least 5 wide, right? That gives us the walls, and then it gives us space in the middle to have seat, and actually no, this is a passenger train. Maybe we should make this one a bit bigger, right? This is high-speed rail. So will you also do a live stream tomorrow? I'm curious. Not tomorrow. Sundays are the one day that is completely not. Even if I were to start streaming daily, Sundays wouldn't be a thing. It's the one day of the week where I actually work the most. So no, I won't. But I might stream a few more times early next week while I'm getting some more of these things ready. That's definitely something that we can do. I'm thinking we should make this thing a nice chunky boy, right? Let's not mess around. This is going to be a much fatter train that's going like cross country. Should have looked up some pictures of Snowpiercer. I think that would be an awesome train to do, right? But I'm not gonna do that now. I've already committed to this one, so I'm gonna stick with it for now. Right, waxed again. Let's make a nice chunky train, right? Why not? Chunky train, chunky train. Let's make ourselves a chunky train. I thought about your streaming schedules when I was sitting on the toilet 5 minutes before the stream started. Yeah, one of the reasons why I'm streaming this late tonight, because yesterday I did it because I wanted Pytech here with me, right, to finish up those things and to help with some of the server stuff, and that's how his schedule worked out, and I just forgot to get rid of these. But then that stream did really well, and it felt less rushed for me. So I was like, maybe I should just start streaming at 8. 8 my time, right? This time that I'm streaming now. And I thought, okay, I'll give it another try. I'll do one today and see if 8 o'clock, the stream performs a little better. If more people are able to actually join up. I know I'll never be able to satisfy everyone, right? Because like there's people that watch from like the Philippines and stuff like that. So it is 9 p.m. for you. Okay, all right. So you're in like Eastern Europe. Right? Yeah, I won't be able to accommodate everyone always, but at the end of the day, I gotta just look out for what is best for my stream. Okay, now that is wide enough, so that way we'd be able to have chairs there and still have like actually no, we're gonna do this like proper passenger with like the seats looking forward. I'm just gonna grab any stairs. So we're gonna do that rather, right, than the subway thing. That's why I wanted to make it thicker. Geographically kind of Eastern Europe. Okay, I know it's a lot of those countries and cultures that's trying to steer away from the whole we're Eastern Europe sort of thing. But yeah, geographically, I get it. Okay. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a one wide aisle. Maybe even put in a couple of tables in first class and stuff like that. Right? Now what I would like to do... I'm just going to keep that there for reference for now. Not that it's that difficult to remember. But now what I want is... So this train is going to end up... Let's try and get the basic shape to this thing. And let me just use some of my trusty slabbies, right? So this is gonna... That's... If that connects there... So... Think. Yeah, that's gonna be the nose, I think. That gives us a bit of a slope going underneath it. Right, so we'll be able to have a bit of a slope. What? No. Okay. We'll have a bit of a slope, so there'll still be a clearing under the belly of it. Alright, and then from there, let's see how this slope plays out. And to where we're going to take it. Would have been nice to have Captain Jack here with me today. I always prefer doing my my vehicles with him supervising. Definitely helps. Okay. Now we need to think about how high do we want this train to be, right? I'd say that the floor of it is probably going to be at that height. Right. I mean, that makes sense. Which means that we would need 2 for the door. And clearance for the door. Ventilation. And then maybe some more baggage hatches as well. Okay. Actually, let's bring this back a little bit more. So kind of like that. But if we can bring this... Sorry. We can do that. Like that. Okay. I think that could do for the shape of it. Right, so then we'll have this running down the middle. Well, now we're just plotting out the shape, I think. That is a nice chunky nose. I like it. Okay. Then that'll be enough to have some stuff on top if we need. Okay. Now, where do we put the windows? Let's grab these guys, because I actually like that blue window look that the other one had. You just see here. So no, that's too... No, the window needs to be like all the way up here. At least. That's too high. Oops. There. That where the window needs to go? Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's okay. So we'll have 3 window like that, and it'll bend around the side a little bit like that. I can see it. I can see it starting to take shape already. Right? The reason why I wanted this here was because we're probably going to do something along the lines of having... Let's see, what signs... It would be great when we have the bamboo signs, because that would be the perfect sign for this one right now. But let's go with this one. And let's... Okay, wait, no. Am I doing it? I'm not doing it with these slabs, so I need to cool it. But there's gonna be like a sign here with a bunch of squares light up that looks, you know, decent. Does your city have a metro line? No, my city does not have a metro line. My city barely has overland rail. Basically in Spain, apart from like the east coast, I think, where you can actually take the train down, most places around the coast of Spain, you have to basically take the train into Madrid and then out to where you want to go. It's horrible. I can't even take a train from this city to the next big city. Right? I have to take the train like inward and then around. It's stupid. No, we don't have very good rail, at least in my part of Spain. Spain's rail is touted to be pretty decent in Europe, but not where I am. No. And my city's not nearly big enough to even merit a metro line. A metro system of any kind. It's way too small for that. But you know, I've been to Barcelona. They have okay metro, and Madrid's got a good metro. So right. So now one of the things that I want to do. My city is the only place in my country which has a metro line. Okay. Interesting. So now what I want to try and do is figure out how we're going to make that red line. That's the first thing that I want to... Actually, no, that's not the first thing I want to do. First thing I want to do is we're going to do this. Do we just do this? I think we do. Let's get this basic shape in. Okay, we can have this on that side, this on that. Okay, that I like that actually. I do. I do. I wouldn't mind this being a little bit smaller, so maybe we can go with like a trapdoor there. for the time being. We put a trapdoor there. We can still put the slab underneath it. Right? Pam! Like that. Okay. And then like that. Okay. What kind of train model you building? This is a completely fictional train. Let me show it to you again. I think you missed it the first time around. Wait, how do I? Ah, there we go. Okay. So that's the front of it. And then around the side, something like that. And then at the back, kind of like that. The only thing that's different that I want to try and do different is I don't want this thing on the front of it, the squarish kind of thing. So there's that. That's what I'm making. Well, that's what we're trying to make. If you if you want to go and have a look at it yourself, go to ArtStation. That's where I usually get most of my inspiration from anyway. Quick tip for you all. And just type in Cyberpunk train. It'll be in there somewhere. It'll be one of those search results then. Right? For now, I'm trying to work out just the shape. Okay? And I should probably bring it up again so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I really... a third monitor at this point would be great. Or I need to... no, but the tablet doesn't... It's not big enough. I wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. Yeah, no, it's... at some point, I'm going to get myself a third monitor. Right. So, where were we? We were building this shape. Wait, does Cyberpunk 2077's Night City have a metro line? I do think it does. I don't think it shows much. I know they have the like in some of the trailers and stuff. There was the monorail, the overland sort of monorail thing that they showed off in trailers and cinematics and things like that. But you can't actually ride it. I know there's a mod that allows you to. I think. I say no and then think I don't. Yeah, I think so. But I know that Night City technically does have a metro. I haven't played the game in a while, and I haven't played it enough to really know much about things. Actually, I also do think that I want to bring that back a little bit. Right, so if we do it like shape a bit more like that. Okay. That's good. That's good. I mean, you can probably find a pic of it on the internet from someone's playthrough. The reason why it confuses me is because I've seen concept art on ArtStation of the metro system in Cyberpunk 2077, because that's where like the actual developers and stuff post some of their stuff is on ArtStation. But now I'm not sure if it's actually in the game or not. That's the problem. I'm going to do this for the time being as well. I want this shape to kind of stay like that. But we'll likely change what some of these blocks are going to be over time. I want to get this nose section... I mean, if I can at the very least get this nose section done, a lot of the rest is going to be repetitive and then a lot of detailing after that, right? So, yeah, let's do that. So this is gonna go that. That. And from here, Oh, wait. Yeah. That goes under the windows. Okay. Started to dig this. I should really just be building one side, right? I'm an idiot. Okay. So let's fill this in. Obviously it won't stay that flat, but that's the shape. Now, red line thing. The red line thing. And obviously I don't care if how close this actually gets to the picture. I'm literally just using it as a reference. If we end up with a completely different train, I'm fine, as long as the train looks good. We're not doing a recreation is what I mean, right? I'm just using it as reference. But I do like the red line, so we're going to go with that. And let's see, slabs-wise, we don't have that many options for red. Now, I could go for the red nether brick, but I think that's too vibrant. Like, way too vibrant, right? But what we could do is either one of these two or that one. Don't quite like the bricky look of this. Maybe we should go with like the mangrove. You know what? It's the new versions. We're going with mangrove, right? So, so we're gonna go there, and then I guess both of these also gonna be red. Now from here, the red only really goes along the outside here. But now we have that issue, right? We could use that to our detailing advantage, right? That can be where it squares out again. Or... yeah, we could do that. Or... do we fill that in? Then it doesn't quite look right, yeah? No. So we're gonna go with... that. I think I could figure out... yo, the neater! The neater's in the house. Yeah, because we could put something like, you know, lights and stuff behind this. It doesn't have to stay open, right? So if I do... I can't get away from the frog lights. They just look so dang good. We do frog light. Frog light, frog... no, we can't do frog lights there. That's... ah! I broke it. But we can at least do a frog light there, right? That can give us our first little bit of detail there. The nerder. That's a new one. I wonder how it would look if the smooth stone slabs in the front would be replaced by deep slate slabs or black stone slabs. It would be darker, which could make it look a bit more cyberpunky. Yeah, we're definitely going to get to that. And I do like the... I think I like the black stone idea a bit more, because in the picture, the one that we're looking at has like a bluish tint to the top of it. So if we replaced all of these... stop doing that! Stop doing that! We replace all of these with bleak stone. Yeah. This one I'm also gonna change, but we'll change it just to maybe just regular stone, right? Make it a bit more schmoof and a little bit darker. Yellow ones suit modern stuff so well. Yeah. The frog lights. Not just the yellow ones, dude. Where did I... oh, I've been using it in my in my random craft base. But like green neon, purple neon, it's good, man. But yeah, the yellow ones are very nice. Everything is deeper with deep slate. SpongeBob meme, right? Imagination. Deep slate. Yeah, I like that. I like all of that. This is looking nice. This is looking... That doesn't look nice. And I'm starting to think I actually want this nose bit back there. You can look around it, right? It just makes the slope look better. My whole survival base is grey, no color, only deep. Okay. That's good. That's good. The underside of this thing looks a little bit more orangey. But is that just me? That's just rust. That's what that is. So yeah, you know what? We can make a rusty chassis. We can make a little bit of a rusty chassis. A rusty chassis. Right? The nuggiest nugget. Nods in agreement. Yes. Deep. Very deep. Bruh, that's so deep. Right. Where were we? I'm getting so distracted. By the time it hits this part, I think we can start leveling out this thing a little bit, right? Is that slope? Yeah. Yeah, we can level it out there at that point. Actually, not quite. Not quite. So I think we still need to have that like that. Or do we do it really thin like this? I'm thinking we do it really thin like that. Right? That's just me thinking. I don't know what you guys think, but I think I like that. Because then we can bring this down a little bit again. Maybe even bring this one up a little bit again. Alright. Yeah, I like that. That shape's better. Always deep. I've been waiting 8 years for a darker stone brick. I will never let this baby go. Blackstone was so dang close, but I hate the purple tint. Yeah, everyone was like, oh, it's black! And then Deep Slate came out, and everyone was like, oh no, it's purple! It was the same with the Crimson, right? Everyone was like, oh my god, we have red wood, yay! Oh my god, it's purple! That's pretty much what happened. My preference will always go to Blackstone, sadly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a preference. It's just about the people that said it was black when it never was. Well, if you like it better, then that's totally fine. Though Deep Slate looks amazing too. Aha! Yes. Heresy. Okay, so the shape is coming along nicely. Thinking maybe I just do some of this by hand real quick because I couldn't be bothered to do the commands for it. Then that one, and then that one. There we go. That one's easy enough. Okay. And also, we must fill in that for now. Honestly, I've yet to find a use for basalt, probably because it doesn't suit my styles too much. What sort of styles do you like to build in, Nuggy? Nuggy? I love basalt. I use it very regularly in lots of different things. I especially love the pillars, and I especially love making the pillars... let me show you what I mean. I especially like making the pillars into tracks, because it looks like it's been scuffed, right? Even though it wouldn't make sense to have it scuffed on all sides, but it doesn't matter. It's scuffed. It's nice. It looks like there's some tracks to it, right? Basalt is my secondary, bye-bye. Says the Nader, not me. I love basalt, but it's not... I wouldn't phrase it that way. It's precious in all its forms. I do like the new smooth basalt, though. It is actually quite nice. It does help with a lot of things and stuff. You know what? This situation here requires more frog light. That's what this needs. It needs more frog light. Like so. Yes, very nice. Or, well, doesn't suit it. More like I suck at building, so I don't know how to use it, because now that I see it like that, it works so much better. That's just the thing with building. A lot of people are like, I suck at building. No, you haven't practiced enough. You haven't figured out what you can actually do with things, right? Okay, you know what? We're gonna quickly do a little thing here, because I'm from here on in, now that I've kind of decided that I want to have this be stone, I'm going to switch to stone. So we're gonna go replace. Let's see, smooth stone slab. Type top with stone slab type top. Right? Do those, and then we do the tops, we do the bottoms. No inference there. And then we do the doubles. Double. There we go. Okay, now the thing is in stone, and we're gonna just carry on doing the stone. Put this away before I end up accidentally using it again. Black sheep, smooth basalt, blasphemy. It looks like Cyberpunk already from the side. I'm very hard to please with blocks. I understand most builders cater to color via far away, but texture is important to me. That again is entirely up to you. If you don't, if the what was I gonna say? If that's important to you, then that's important to you. Then there's nothing wrong with that. Definitely no one can tell you otherwise. So, and yeah, some builders only focus on distance and perception, right? So not every builder builds. Most of those Instagram builders, the top guys, the ones that do a lot of creative building and stuff like that, they don't necessarily build that, like, they wouldn't necessarily build that way in survival, right? They just wouldn't. They might build a completely different style in survival because they have to see their builds up close more regularly, so they might change their approach to it, right? It depends on the situation. I don't know if I like that, but I'm going with it for now, because I want to just see. I want to see where this goes, right? So then the top of this thing, actually, now that I think about it, the top of this should still be a bit of this. Then maybe a little bit of that. Although starting to think maybe the glass bits do need to be higher up, right? So if they were there, this is gonna look even better. Second, do that. Yes, and then it actually lines up with everything better. And I don't think I need that to be able to actually think about what I'm doing. Do I still need these? Might still need those. What do you think of my Cyberpunk city having 2 ports, 2 harbors? Is it kind of overkill? I mean, it depends on how big your city is. There are cities that have multiple harbors, but logistically, it wouldn't make too much sense to have like 2 full freight harbors. You might have one that is like your cargo port, while the other one it's the small city. It's the small city. No, you don't need to. You do not need to. Not for that. And definitely not both cargo ports. That most cities wouldn't do that at all. No sense to that. They would consolidate. They would expand the cargo port if they needed more capacity. They wouldn't just build another one. We do that. That's what we want. Might do some stairs like this actually, and round this out a bit more. What do you think? I think I like that. I think I like that a lot. No cargo, only harbor. Harbor city, no houses, only containers. I mean, both of those would look pretty cool. Well, no, sorry. The only harbor, no cargo wouldn't look so cool. The harbor city, no houses, only containers sounds like an awesome idea for a city. The workers don't need homes, they're always on the dock. Yeah, why not? Okay, I think I do want this to just keep running. Ah! We'll work on the rest of that shape, but later. And then, how did I do? For the side? Okay, do it like that. Up, nope. Oh, nope. Oh, that's also wrong. Jeez. Derp. Derp, derp, derp. Oh, but then we only have the 2 lights, so I don't need those ones. Okay, covered up. That still looks nice. Okay. Who needs rest when there is always material to unload? By the way, I have multiple cities. The 300 by 200 one is the biggest. Okay. And you're going to be connecting them all up, right? In some way. Is that what you need the this for? This what we're doing now? The trains and the things? Shoot. Did not want to. Do I want to? I don't think I want to. Let's just keep it like that then. Oh wait. No, I'm an idiot. Yeah, do that. Do that. And wait, did I fit this? How does the stair work? Then it's just gonna be. I mean, that could work. I would assign fit on that. Create exists if you need working trains. Yeah, I know. I haven't played around with create at all. I'd love to do it at some point. But right now, when it comes to what we're doing right now is prepping for the next tutorial, which is going to be based around rails, rail systems. So subway, metro, cargo, passenger, all that sort of stuff. And for that, I tend to try and keep it to vanilla, right? Try and keep it vanilla, survival friendly sort of builds. That kind of looks a little bit better, I think. Okay. Now from there, we then need this to close up. Right? We don't need. Yeah, we do need. Don't want that one there. So Yeah, this is too low, so now I do think I need trapdoors. Or maybe we don't go for... No, we do still just go for this. Don't really have that much better of an option. Why does it feel like this glass is not... It's a better height for the train overall. But it might need to go back one then. That's the freaking problem. It needs to go back one. Right? Take that out. Get my glass back. Can I get my glass back, please? That's what the problem was. Okay, cool. Wondering that like portions of that just did not look the way that I was supposed to. Okay. That looks better. So then from there we would have that. So slope of this whole thing is still going the right way. Where were we? I wish I could, but the cities are at least 1,000 blocks apart. Fully functional trains, enormous train build suddenly ejects single minecart. Ah, that would be so good. Imagine like getting onto this big train, right? So you get onto the thing through the door, and you go sit in one of the chairs, and then it just drops the minecart that you're sitting in out from underneath it, and takes you off underneath the train and then up out the front. That would look amazing. I like that idea. Might play around with that at some point. Oh, this one, I'm gonna think about it. Maybe I did still... No. Figure something else out. Where were we? The alias you set this command to be welcome does not exist. What? Interesting. I don't know what happened there. Huh? Okay. I would connect my cargo ports, but if I already built stuff between the already exist ones and the planned ones, that's what I hate about MC. I want real working vehicles. I'd give it a higher rating for the redstone in that single ejection system than the... Alright. From here, what are we doing? I think this now needs to go up to there, right? No. This stops way clear of the window, actually. This stops here already, and actually at that point, I think so maybe we're not going to do those there. I think that line is just going to go right here. Then what we'll do is, there we go, that looks right, I think. Also, my city is basically between two massive water areas. They are only connected by a narrow strait, which would make it challenging for the ship's crew to pass through the strait. Well, I mean, it's Minecraft, you can always dig the strait bigger, right? Then that goes back up there. Yeah, I think. Okay. Then this can all get filled in. And probably this as well. I don't know why I'm not just using full blocks at this point. It's too lazy. Now the problem that I have. Okay, you know what? That's just gonna be where that ends. I think I'm okay with that. Guess we'll do it like that. I guess that kind of. You guys are chatting hard. I want to read all of it. I also want to carry on with this. Just have a small railway tunnel beneath the build one. That way the train is your entrance, but still functional, sort of. 10 out of 10 idea, the best of both worlds. Also, the already existing port is pretty small, so another one wouldn't hurt, especially considering that my city has a large industrial area and it has a fictional population of 21 million people. Is this the city that you showed me last time? Right? That's a really small city. I'm not trying to like take the piss out of your city. I'm saying it is genuinely a really small city. So I don't know how. Oh, it's a different. Okay. The one you were showing me was, yeah. Oh, that one. The one you showed me was like 50 by 50, wasn't it? Wasn't the 100 by 300 or something? I forget. My brain don't work yet. Okay, that looks good. Now it's curving slightly more inward again. And then this is just going to be kind of the roof. Now we can do some decoration on that at a later point. But for now, this looks pretty nice. 1, 2, okay, that needs to go. That needs to go. There we go. Now the shape looks nice. Awesome. I think we could potentially get away with doing just a little bit of that. Or, you know what? No, not that. Carpet. Go with car. Or pressure plates. Or Blackstone pressure. There we go. Cover up the glass. You don't see too much of the blue glass from the top. That looks nice. Okay, maybe even do. Boom! That done. Woo! Awesome. Okay, can we do this? Is that gonna be overkill? Yeah. Also, doesn't quite make sense with the aerodynamics. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Jesus, so many. Likewise, working harbors with a boat dispenser. I think we found the boat bandit. Add a chest for the cargo ship. I think my desire for vehicles is in part why I animate. I want to see my builds come to life outside of MC's limits. Oh yeah, by the way, you guys really should go check out the Nader's channel. There's not that many videos on there just yet because they do take time, and he does a very good job of them. So go and check out his animations because they're actually quite funny. No, it's a different one, blah blah blah. Boats with chests could work as some low budget drivable cargo ships. Hey, Yellow, what's up? From airships to trains, lol. Yeah, we do all sorts of stuff around here. We're building a big boy. Let me show you what the big boy is that we're not gonna build that, but we're working off of that reference. We're not recreating, just using as reference, right? But that's the thing that we are currently working on. Bring it back up again. Imagine you work at this port and you just see a giant wooden box floating at you. My rocket ship, hot dang, that's a nice train. Huh? Oh yeah, the one that I just showed. Yeah, it's a concept art from, I think it's a game? Decimated from Fracture Labs. I think it's a game. In the MC, I'd love to see the cockpit. The MC, are you talking about this rocket ship? This isn't a rocket ship. This is a landing pod. Different thing. We were working on this in yesterday's stream. This is part of a different project altogether, which will be revealed in due time. The train's cockpit. What? Oh, this train? The way that you're reacting, I'm assuming you're not talking about this train that we've been building this whole time, are you? Couldn't the Factorio train work if you need a cargo one? In the concept art. I said concept, and then you said in the MC one. So now I'm confused. Didn't hear there. I'm confused as to what you're talking about. Okay, so we are going to need some pipes and stuff coming across this thing. I would like to see the concept's cockpit in the MC. Derpol, trust me, you don't want to see my current Cyberpunk City Sport. It's like 25 by 25 blocks, so I need a bigger one probably. It hurts my brain, dude. 25 by 25 is for a port, a cargo port to a city. Is it like this is a 15 by no? What is this? Oh, this hurts my brain. 6. This is, yeah, 14 by 14 squares, right? Because this is the chunk, right? This is a chunk. So this is 16 by 16. So 25 by 25 is only like yay bigger by yay bigger. That for a cargo port for a city, I don't. It hurts my brain. I don't have space to expand it really, so new one is a good idea. Cargo's at max 27 items. Okay. Where were we? We were doing things. Okay, so one of the things that I do want to now start doing, now that I can actually do it, now that we kind of have the base block palette in place, is temporarily use these because I want to actually use the bamboo ones eventually, but I don't have them right now. So that, copy, paste. We'll do that one up the front. That's one thing. And then we need some like lines. I want. No, don't want it. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. No, I don't want this. Take that away. I want. We're just gonna go with the mangrove. We're gonna go with the mangrove signs, right? So that they can't be so visible. But we'll be able to see this on it. Good. And then here, I think we're just going to go with the bottom 2 rows. So we can do that. So it's not going to be, because on the picture it's pipes. But in this case, it's just going to be light strips for the most part. Where were we? Okay, it's maybe 25 by 25 to 40 by 40 blocks. I'm not sure. That's still tiny, dude. That's still tiny. Like, okay. Let me explain to you why I say it's tiny. And by all means, carry on. I actually like the idea of that sort of challenge. It just hurts my brain. If you like it, go for it. I'm not trying to talk it down. But what I want to show you is why I say that's tiny. Is because this port I'm about to show you is extremely tiny for a cargo port and is entirely too small for the purpose that I built it, because I had to leave that ship out there because it doesn't actually fit on this port wall because I didn't plan it properly. But this is the tiniest cargo port that my brain could physically and mentally come up with, right? There's a little bit of cargo holding here. I was still kind of working on like a cargo thing down here, right? Where they could store more and have these big elevators and whatnot, bring it up so it kind of saves space, so it's more verticality. This is like not even a very big gantry crane. That's a decent sized dredger crane. And then we have the dry dock here, right? That port is medium sized in my opinion. And this to me is a small, right? Like I said, that's my opinion. And you build yours. I like the idea. It just hurts my brain. That's all I'm saying. Yo, Stefan, I'm almost free to watch. Hope to be there soon. All right, cool, man. Yeah, I don't think he fixed the game modes thing yesterday. Right, so then I want yellow wool. Sorry, not yellow wool. Yellow dye and glow. Or do we go yellow or do we go orange? Orange? Oh for the orange. Yeah. I mean, I might change some of that out as well, right? Can you show me a large port? Yeah. Why not? I'll show you a large port. So if we go to the Elysium Fire map, right? Cyberpunk. So large port. If you want to see what a large port, in my opinion, looks like. This I would consider... Okay, no, to be fair, this one I would consider to be a gigantic port. No, actually, no, I wouldn't. Because all this is one dock here, right? It's a big boy, though. It is a big boy, and that is a decent-sized gantry crane. So I would say this is a large, right? This is a large. Okay. Let me give you just a little bit of perspective. I used to work in the maritime industry, right? I lived and breathed ports for a few years of my life, and I lived inside the Hamburg port for 6 months. I know what big ports are. This is tiny. This is actually tiny. Mine is minuscule. Yours is microscopic. This isn't big. But if you do take into consideration that it has the water treatment plant and the chemical plants and stuff here, and then there's kind of like an industrial district, it gets a little bit bigger, right? How does someone even build this much? You get yourself a team of like 50 people. That's what Elysium Fire did, right? This is built by a team of people. So I mean, no, that's not the port. I mean, some of this is the port still, right? This is not. This is like a mining, unloading depot center. Yeah. So just that bit's the port, right? And then there's also another ship just out yonder, over here somewhere. I don't think there's much difference between this port and yours. Size-wise, probably not too much. No, not really. But I do still consider it to be... it's a little bit larger on its scale, right? Not necessarily area, right? It kind of takes up a similar amount of area, but like the scale of the ship, the scale of the gantry crane does make it a bit bigger than the average port. Or at least my port. It's not a public server. It's a downloadable map that you can get on Planet Minecraft. There's this one, and seeing as we're doing a bit of a Twizy tour thing about here. There's also this one that I really like that I recommend people should download and have a little looky-loo at. It, I don't agree with a lot of it. There's too much road, for one. I also don't like the style of the road. But this map also has some really sick builds. So this one's Linefield, right? And it also has some really good cyberpunk-y sort of stuff going on. It even has, if I could find one of them, because there's a few of them dotted around here. Not that. I mean, that's pretty cool too. Where the hell? Oh, these ones. The hab blocks from Cyberpunk 2077. Right? It has a couple of these in it as well. They're really good. I'm gonna need a link to that first one. Yeah, I can drop that later in the Discord. I'll drop a link to both of them if I can. Anyhoozle, back to what we were doing. I really need to get that fixed. Right, so next thing that we need to do is I need to realize that I made a boo-boo. I could make my new port to be gigantic though. I mean, it's like 40 by 60 or something, but could make it in massive scale. Okay, so one thing that I think maybe you could benefit from is if you go and look on the Discord, there's one guy called Arctech. Click on his profile, click through to his channel. You should be subscribed to him already. Although he hasn't put out any videos in a while, but hopefully one day he will again. Maybe we'll collab even. But he has, I think, 2 videos where he talks about ports, and he is a oh yeah, you do know him. Yeah, he has 2 videos about ports, and he talks about like not using up too much area and going for the verticality. Oh, there's 3 port videos. Okay, yeah. Oh, he talks about verticality and things like that. So you could go with like a more vertical port, right? Where you just have big cranes that stack all of the containers on top of each other and do it in a more vertical way. The only thing that you wouldn't be able to do, even in a port of 40 to 60, unless you make a big pier or big, not a pier. Yeah, just a dock. You need a decent sized ship, right? Hi, Stefan. Welcome. You need a decent sized ship for that. Okay, so we got the general shape of this, but what I also would like is a couple of lights, and I'm literally just going to steal these ones because I just want that. I want a couple of those. Maybe we could use a couple of like headlights-y sort of stuff as well. Let's grab these one. Yeah, something like that would work as well. What else do we need for the top of this thing? I also do think that I want to do this a bit higher. Okay. The reason for that I want these ones to actually be stone again. That's a stair. That gives it a bit of a crowny sort of situation going on there. Nice school bus, yeah. It's the Magic School Bus, Cyberpunk edition. It even has the wahoo up at the front. Yeah. Wait, where was I? At least I got inspiration at a close proximity to my home. I got decent sized cargo port 30 kilometers away from my home. Okay, that's good. It's always good to get a little bit of real life reference and stuff. And then I wonder how far you could trace back the copied signs to the original. Lol. What do you mean? No, these ones... Oh, these ones I... Well, this is a fairly new world, so I would say that from the first one to this one to that's the third time the copy's been copied. Or I made the original, I copied it once, I did these ones, and then I copied it again and did those. Not that difficult, it's a new world. Oh, is this for the Metro video idea? Yes, it is. I'm sorry for talking about non-related stuff, though. No, these streams are meant to be educational as well, right? We're working on a tutorial, and we're trying to teach about things. And even if I get distracted from this, from what we're doing here now, it's because we're doing other educating, which is still totally fine. We're talking about things, people are learning things, that's all that matters. Is your work creative or survival, Tez? Amelia gonna need to keep count of the copies. No. Hog face train, I like. I didn't even see that, it's got a little face. That's nice. Kind of reminds me of the face that Morty makes when he gets told that he needs to stick the things up his bum. Okay, but I don't quite like that. I'll go back to it. Okie dokie dookie. I put that there. Yes, I can. Okay, that makes that shape a little bit better. It's always just like, there's always just that one thing that makes you go, that look right, that look right, and that looks fine. Okay. When you removed the nose, it had an open mouth. It looks like you've been you've teen training for this moment your entire life. The reason why my city is not that large is because it is hard to find good city building land. Yes, that is something. You gotta commit to either a lot of terraforming or a different strat. Well, no, that also requires a lot of terraforming. Build over the ocean. Build Waterworld. Do that. Build a water city. And I don't have world edit. Ooh, that sucks. Builds are also about stamina too, in my opinion. Like, whenever something has a big or small port, I can't manage something larger than small, so it's large for me. Wait, what? Whenever something was a big or small port, I can't manage something larger than the small, so it's okay. So it's large to me. So I consider it to be large because I can't manage the bigger. That's fine. Each to their own. Okay, I'm not really making a lot of progress at this point. Okay, I need to start focusing on the actual train again for a bit. Now, the problem that I'm having right now is that I don't know where to go from here so much. One thing, I think that these ones, this is getting a little bit too high at this point. I just kind of want it to be like that. And even more so, instead of that, maybe we do... I really wish we had freaking gray trapdoors, grayish trapdoors. But that looks fine. I can deal with that. That looks... Oh, that looks nice, actually. That looks good now. Get it. I don't know if I need to. Huh? You don't know if you need to get world edit, or you don't know you'll get it if you need to. Right. Yeah, now the face is bothering me, D-nerder. Dang it. It's difficult to look past the frickin' face now. And it's got like friggin' blue blush or something. I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing. I don't know if I need to get world edit. Honestly, if you're doing creative building, Even if you just use it for like the very basic of things, it can be so helpful, really. I mean, I haven't used it for much in this build, right? I'm just building. I'm building. But like just doing this repetitive stuff, if you can at least automate that for yourself, why not? Why not? But again, it's completely up to you. I say world edit is a lifesaver. If nothing else, just copy and paste. Yeah, no, for me it's more about the ability to stack things. Just being able to repeat repetitive things like this just makes it so much nicer. So much better. I need to get back to the train. God damn it. Okay, so how far until we get to... You know what? We're gonna do the whole car thing. So actually, see, this is a good opportunity to again just show what I mean. So if I go, now I can actually do just this, and I can do that. Go boom, boom, break, break, and I think I want this to go back. Let's say another 3, 6, 9, 12. Let's just say 15 for now, right? So instead of having to freaking place all of that manually, I can now just do this, make the train a little longer, and that's going to be the front car, I think. Maybe I need to make it a little bit longer. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Also, if I accidentally download a virus while trying to download World Edit, that happened to me while trying to download Optifine. Where are you finding your files? I mean, Optifine I know. Optifine I kind of get, because it's off-site. Because the guy's an ass. Which is why I don't use Optifine anymore, because things like that happen. But with World Edit, just go on CurseForge, just get World Edit there. Don't download things that aren't on CurseForge if you're unsure. There are things that you can only find on Modrith, and there's things that you might even need to go to GitHub for. But don't bother with those. Just if it's on CurseForge, you know it's fine, right? So especially when it comes to big name things like World Edit, just get it from CurseForge. One of the things that I'm working on. Okay, you know what? I'll tell you guys. So yesterday I was talking about how I'm working on something that isn't a build, it's not a video. What it is a database. It's a database of websites, mods, tools, free software, communities, Discord servers, Reddits, subreddits, just basically anything that I can curate, that I could find and curate, that is going to be helpful to either a Minecraft player or a Minecraft content creator, right? I try my best to look for everything that is free, that's useful, that's safe, and I am putting together a massive database of all of those things. When it comes out, things like there will be pages and links to everything, so any mods that you ever see me using, any mods that anyone that I trust recommends, will go onto that, and you wouldn't even need to go looking for these things. You would just have this page bookmarked, and you'd be able to go in there, you'd be able to look for all of the things that you want and just click through to them. So that's what I'm working on. That's why I've been a little bit away from making, or no, I haven't even been away from making videos. You know what I mean. Let me think, what am I gonna do next? So one of the things that we need for this thing is we need details down here, and I think one of the details that I want to put in is, at the very least, kind of like that. Oh no, you know what? 3 and 3. 3 and 3 and 3. So if we do it like that, then I can put in maybe a little bit of this action. We can have be something like that. See, at this point, we're going off script because we don't have the things that they have, right? Build half of something, instantly build the other half. Yeah, that one is useful for sure. Alias, you said this command is welcome. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Wait, how? Impossible. Blah blah blah. I've used adblock for so long. Does CurseForge even do scummy stuff like that? No, CurseForge doesn't do. It would be nice to have shaders, but those require Optifine. Sodium and Iris. Sodium and Iris. That's the that's what I use. I would never use Optifine again. Do that. And then I think what I want here is go away. Gonna go with the blast furnace. We need a little bit of like ventilation sort of stuff for change. Two blast furnaces like this. It's starting to come along. We need some stuff up at the front here. I know that, but I'm kind of working my way from the center out at this point, I think. Then what we could do is let's get some anvils. Anvils in there. Give a little bit of depth to this wall. Then we can also put some more lights behind it. Yay! Boom. Nice. Okay, I like that. Alright, what are we doing with this front section here? Also requires something. I think I'm just gonna do little something like that. Maybe another one. And then we did. Now I want gray signs, man. I want everything to be gray as well. I'm biased for Deep Slate is showing, but why stone and not something darker? Like I said, kind of going off of the reference picture, trying to emulate what's going on there, and what it had is like the blue top, and then the red stripe, and then like a very gray metallic bottom section. And I'm just kind of going with that. I like stone for metal, for like straight up brick and stainless steel, basically. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But I do wish we had gray signs. That would be nice. Or other colored signs of some sort. What I want here is something I think I know how to do. Otherwise, less. Gray signs would be amazing. Gray signs, gray trapdoors, gray doors. Yeah, that would be bloody lovely to have at some point. What do I want to do here? Okay, you know what I could do? I could do that. I want a bit of yellow in there. It would have been nice to do something where we had a sign that just had a little bit on this side. If it was like the sign was gray, just have like 3 rows of the squares just on this side and have it yellow, have it be there. That would kind of be perfect. Or maybe even like there and then like there as well. Okay, let me show you what I mean. So like that, right? That's what I'm going for. But I'd only be able to do that with the red sign. Or at least that's the one that makes the most sense to do if we don't have gray. But we could do it. We could just do it. Why not? Not ideal. It would have been nice to have a gray sign there. Something like that could work. Technically, gray doors exist, just quite bright. If you're talking about these things, these are white. There's bugger all gray about that. That's white. What? White. And I hate them. I would like it if we had white trapdoors and white doors. Maybe use quartz to make them, right? That'd be nice. But I want the iron to be freaking iron, like that, proper iron. Can we have that, please? And then you know what? If we make like all of the iron textures to be like this, I'm talking ingots, blocks, trapdoors, pressure plates, doors, all of it. Be more like this. Be more like the hoppers, right? Then you add coal to the recipe. So 1 coal plus 1 iron ingot makes a steel ingot, and then you can make things like the iron bars, which you need to rename to steel bars, right? And you could have other steel things, maybe some steel trapdoors, steel doors, and have it be the gray version that we're looking for. That would be lovely. And then we can make all the white things out of quartz. That would be amazing. I'm going to learn how to... I am going to learn Java, then I'm going to learn Java modding, and then I'm going to make that a mod. Because that needs to happen. Right? I remember talking about that on another stream, lol. Steel and cast iron. Cast iron is just iron. It's iron that has been casted. It is cast iron. It's iron. Iron is dark. Iron is dark. Okay. There's some sort of burning process to make it dark or light. Maybe we could cook it in a furnace. Yeah, you can get iron to be close to like the iron bars, but for the most part there's no point in that as far as I know. It would just be better to make iron dark, put some coal into it, turn it into an alloy, make steel, and then have steel be the lighter version, the gray version. Right? At the moment, I'm afraid all of the dark iron will be netherite based. That would just be so stupid. No. I don't think they would do that. If they do that, that's real dumb. That's like next level dumb. Just saying. So, train detailing is starting to come along. But now, one of the things that I wanted to do here was the fact that this train kind of like swooshes out at the bottom, right? And I need to figure out how I'm going to actually manage to do that with the shape that I have here. Right? So it starts off by not doing that, so it only kind of does it from like here. Okay, but I don't want to do that, even though I do still need to figure out how to do the rails. Now that I think about it, rails are going to be on top of that, so that what I'm talking about needs to actually happen like here. I mean, I could just do that. I think that'll do it. Then we just do that all the way along. Then you end up with that groove, which I guess isn't a terrible thing, right? So if we flip all of these around, then yeah, that flares it out. It gives us the thing that the wheels are gonna get attached to, more or less. But no, it doesn't really flare out. It kind of, like, it needs to be there. Right? That's kind of what we're after. Maybe I do just do that. But all of this can then be... let's scrap full blocks of stone for a change. Right? So I think from there, we just take out all of course, because I'm an idiot. Do that on the other side as well. Managed to catch one of them. Okay, so now the train's going to end up being 7 blocks wide, actually, after all of that. Where were we? Swords are made of iron, aren't they? Those are quite bright. Those have been polished. That's one of the... Yeah, they were melted. They were cast, or not cast. That's why you bang the thing to get all the impurities and the stuff out, and then it gets polished and everything, and then it ends up being a brighter, kind of like a dark gray, like that, right? But for the most part, this is what iron looks like, and they wouldn't go through that process to make trapdoors. If they even did make trapdoors or doors, they wouldn't. When it comes to making anything other than weapons and tools, they wouldn't go through that process. They would just cast them. That is the point, right? IRL, you make cast iron with coke, a kind of coal, and iron. Then you make steel by burning some carbon out. As far as I'm aware, steel is an alloy made by combining iron and carbon. That's how I understand it. I remember actually like Googling all of this stuff and reading up on it a while back because of this whole conversation. Your train dropped some extra rails. Are anvils not pure iron? Yeah, they are. Anvils are pure iron. Same way, you know, like fire pokers and stuff that you get for fireplaces. Those like dark, almost black. Those things are just pure iron. Nothing else. Just iron. That's what iron looks like. That's what iron should look like. I'm looking, and in English the word for the higher carbon iron that you make cast iron from is called iron, even if it's less pure iron than steel. Strange. Huh. What? Steel is even less iron. Okay. So from there, then I want the like flare out. I think we're just gonna do it like this. Just gonna have this thing be like that. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that look at all. Now, one thing we haven't worked out is what are the rails going to be made out of? Because I don't quite know. What, like, one of the obvious choices would probably be like grindstones or something, right? 2 grindstones. We can have it where there's like 3 at a time. And then we could do I thought you were saying swords were white because they were pure and polished. No, 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 no. You knock some of... There are some impurities in regular iron, I guess, that do get knocked out. I'm not sure. I think it just has more to do with the tempering, right? I don't know. I need to go and look these things up again. It's been a very long time since I've read up on all of this. What are we doing for the rails? Don't know if I like that. Right? That's. I mean, we could. If we do that, and then maybe like round it off a little bit more with something like this. It looks like it's holding it in place. I mean, yeah, I kind of like that. Right? So, how far apart would we put? I think it's temperature based, but I don't know. That's why I was thinking future updates could possibly be where you cook iron to darken it or temper. No, if you cook the iron, if you're tempering the iron, then you would be lightening it. I think that's the whole thing where Minecraft was like, we're smelting it, so that means that it should go lighter. I don't think that's necessarily how it works, right? I think because tempering isn't just heating it up. It's the whole smashing it down and cooling it down. That's all tempering. Right? It's that whole process. It's not just smelting it. That's not tempering. I'll add more steel thoughts on Discord for later. Lol. Okay. Wait, why is the Hamburg cargo port so large, Derpol? I know we stopped talking about ports a long time ago, so sorry. The Hamburg port is one of the biggest ports in Europe. It's just a massive like shipping hub because of its location. It's, let me just have a look at this again before I go and say another stupid thing that I wasn't planning on saying. Map. Have a look here. Okay. Oh yeah, so the Hamburg port connect. Yeah, the Hamburg port is like right up in the north. So a lot of ships will go and be able to go into the Hamburg port rather than having to go in and around past Denmark and Copenhagen and all that to go into the Baltic Sea. Sometimes they'll just drop off in Hamburg and then have it railed out to the rest of Eastern Europe and stuff like that, so they don't have to go into the Baltic Sea necessarily. But it has been a massive trading hub for centuries, right? As the Hamburg was where the Hansa used to be. They were very famous for their trading, and so it's always just been a trading. Yeah, so there's a massive river that goes the Elbe, goes into Hamburg, and then from there, I don't know. Yeah, the river actually has shipping lanes as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I think a lot of the stuff can also then go on from Hamburg. And the Elbe goes down a long way, so then they can ship things down the river as well. It's a massive port. It's very similar reasons to why Amsterdam is and Rotterdam and those places have such big ports. Just that part of the world just has big ports that work, because they were all trading and shipping cities long ago and still are. It's like the largest port in the world by land area. It also has Hamburg has a extremely old tradition of shipbuilding. So a lot of Hamburg's ports isn't dedicated to cargo shipping as much as it's dedicated to shipbuilding and ship repair, maintenance, stuff like that. Right, that's what we were there for. We were out of the water because we were getting repairs and stuff done. So there's that. There is that. And this one, I think I want to... I don't know, how far are you supposed to... By the way, my city is Helsinki, if you didn't know. I didn't know, but okay, cool. Although the container area is 9 square kilometers, it's still 3 times larger than my city's container port. Yeah. Yeah, if you look at aerial photos of Hamburg, it is impressive. It's gigantic. I don't know what the logic is with, like, how far are you supposed to space these sorts of things apart. That's something that I don't know. So I think we are just gonna do like spaces of 3. Another reason why world edit is really helpful, just to do little moves here and there, instead of having to do it all by hand. And then 1, 2, 3, hopper, and then there and there. And there. So we do... Oh yeah, I was still gonna do... Ooh, yeah, let's do that now, quickly. While I'm thinking about it. Waxed. I think we're just gonna go with a little bit of these two, right? So... No, if we do that, then it looks the same as the rails. So maybe we just do... Yeah, let's just give it a proper rusty chassis then. Actually, again, let's do this down to here. And then we go replace stone, slab, pipe top with... Now we're getting into the more advanced, slightly more advanced things, but it's still, if you don't want to use these, then you don't have to. So weathered cut slab, pipe top, and 50% waxed, oxidized cut copper slab, type top. Do that, and then we do bottoms. There we go. Now we got a nice little rusty chassis. Gives it that extra little bit of flippedness, frickedness, hookedness. Me trying to imagine a bigger boats update. Right. Then we were gonna do just make this one longer for now. Just because I want to finish up those wheels. Okay, and then that and that. And I think kinda gonna go with these. Also just wanna do a little bit of that maybe. No, probably don't need that. Okay, and then we need to do this on the other side as well, right? And I know I should probably be using World Edit for this. Just flipping them. But 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I'm too lazy to use it, which is silly, I know. There, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not right. What? 3, 1, 2, what? Oh, I started this one, 1, 2, for that. Okay, so thank goodness for World Edit. Move that whole thing. Perfect. Done. Right, so that's kind of that. I have dumped the steel information, lol. You're using 4, right? Yeah, I'm using 4. It's on the server. Still a few things here that's kind of bugging me a little bit, but I guess I can chip away at that as I go. Is it still / wand? But to get the wand, yeah, you do that. Or you, I just have my my hotbar saves, right? Hotbar, 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 hotbar. 4's fast async world edit. It's a plugin version of World Edit rather than a mod, and it has a load more features than the original mod. Very useful, but you can only run it obviously on a server then, because it's plugin. Okie dokie. Still not quite desold. I think one of the things that's bugging me right now is that needs to have a more gradual inward motion there. Something like that, probably. Since I just got a server, I want to see what I've been missing. Yeah, this, and currently the only other one that I have is Voxel Sniper. At some point, I probably won't. Archeon and Meta Brushes are too expensive to be getting the Patreons just so that I can get those. And I'm currently thinking about actually spending some money on getting one plugin in particular that I would greatly benefit from, or the server would greatly benefit from, but I'm not going to say what it is. That might give away too many things. All my hotbar saves are the different wood types. My hotbar saves, I'm still working on them a little bit, but what I'm going to do eventually, once I have them all laid out, because I've like put in even all of these, and I'm going to rearrange some of them eventually, and I also have like loads of banner designs and everything like that in here, and I'm also going to do sign boxes so that you'd be able to see, like this one, right, has NBT tags on it. So if you use Inspectio, which is just a little extra thing that you can use, then you'd be able to actually see, like, and I'll have all of the signs that I regularly use stacked up in a box like this. So for each one of them, they'll all have the same 27 designs in them, but different wood types and things, so you can just pull them out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my whole hotbar layout, like the most premium layout I could possibly come up with. And I'm going to just put the files up on Ko-fi as like a download. Free, of course, but like just put it up there. That's where all my downloads are. Wow, you've got a whole library. I do use MBT signs, but unwritten ones, so I can just place them without typing. Oh yeah, that's also a useful one. Might do a blank one in there as well, but honestly, it's probably easier to just go like this and then MBT it, and like faster than doing your hotbar or taking out a box and doing it. So that's probably not worth it. But I did find out one really cool thing. So with a combination of Stendhal and Lightmatica, you can do something very interesting. Let me show you, for example, with the Militech truck, right? So let's say we have the Militech truck here. And let me just quickly put these blocks here. So we have these three signs now. They're just the schematic, right? So if I were to... okay, that's not what I wanted to show. So if I had just the sign in my hand, right? This doesn't have NBT data on it or anything, and I place it down, then it will have what is in the schematic already, right? So I don't even have to type that out. Now what's going to be useful about this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect all of the signs that I use, put them all up on a wall, make a schematic, and then because this is dark oak and this is dark oak, right? But here's the nice part. I could now go and do this with a warped sign, and it would also do it. It would show me it's the wrong sign, but now, so what I can do is I can make an entire wall with like just all the signs that I've collected, and not have to worry about them all being different colors, different woods and everything like that. Put them all up on a wall with the NBT tags, use that, put them all up on a wall, make a schematic of that, and then go wood type by wood type, copying all of them and putting them into the box without any ink or glow to them. I found that out this morning by chance while I was putting in all of these, all the vehicles and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my god, I've been procrastinating the sign box making thing for ages because I thought it was going to take forever, because it would. But with that little trick, it is so much easier. It's going to take me no time at all. Could someone put some... Could someone put done a schematic and leave it up as a permanent hologram? The problem with that is you'll always have the box around it. So you can't just... I don't think you can disable the box. Actually, that is a bloody good question. Let's say... let's actually go for one of the... Where did I put them? Industrial deco, lab drafts, template. Put them in here. Let's... No, I don't want to do that bloody hologram. Big hologram. Tree hologram. Let's just put down the tree hologram. Right? Can you disable the box? Is that a thing that you could do? Visual. Enable rendering. Schematic. Enable area selection boxes render. Not the thing. Enable schematic blocks. Overlay. No fixing fluids. At that point, why not just paste it in with each sign type included? I thought the box was client side. What do you mean? Oh yeah, no, the whole hologram you can only see for yourself. So if you're playing in single player, yeah, maybe if you could figure out how to take the box away. I am still kind of curious about that. Oh, you can take the box away. So if you're playing single player, you can 100% have holograms, right? You do that. That is an interesting idea. Yeah, so single player you could, but you couldn't do that on a server because no one else will be able to see it. But it's an interesting, it's a good tip, good catch, Stefan. I like it. Definitely something to consider. What am I doing? Taking this away. Okay. We're probably coming to the end of the stream because at this point my brain is completely fried and I don't know what to do from here. I really need to go and think a little bit more about how I'm gonna actually manage to make these things look a little bit better. One thing that we could do though quickly is let's go for stairs. Again, bamboo stairs would be perfect right now. But we're gonna go with some. We're gonna put some deep slate in here finally for the nerder, right? Maybe we'll go with a black and orange vibe to this, right? So we do a little bit of that, just some caution tape around that exhaust. I think that's gonna look pretty snazzy, right? Oh no, wait. Those ones and those. So it's kind of like a little bit of caution tape around the exhausts there off to the sides. Yeah, it was a good catch, Stefan. I like that idea. You should definitely go play around with that. Make something that looks really nice, like a really cool hologram that fits into your Ninjago street or something, right? And then go showcase it in our Discord, and I'll pin it, right? Because I like that idea, and there's lots of people that just play single player that will probably like that. Or go put it up on. No, don't put it up on Detailcraft. They'll be like, that's horrible. That is such cheating. How dare you, you dirty scum? Don't put it on Detailcraft. It's a very nice community, but I think that might just push them over the edge. Yeah, there definitely still needs to be a little bit of some exactly. Okay. There's something bothering me about. Well, it's too big, the flaring. Or is it though? No, probably not. I don't know. I can't really think much more than this. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna call it here. I do like the 8 o'clock stream slot. Well, 8 o'clock my time. This stream slot that we were doing now. Tell me if you guys feel like it suited the vibe a little bit better, right? Because one of the problems that I had with streaming a little bit earlier was I would finish work. I would have an hour to. Sometimes if I was busy in the morning, I didn't even have time to make a thumbnail for the thing or set up the live stream or anything like that, right? So then I'd have an hour to quickly make a thumbnail, do the setup for the stream, go make myself something to eat that, have a quick little break, make some more tea, set up the stream, and then boom, go into the stream. And sometimes I'd be too tired, or I wouldn't be well enough prepared or anything. And I feel like I was more prepared this time. I think that things went a little bit better. I also had a nice big meal of pasta, curry pasta, if you could believe it. And I felt a little bit better about everything, right? And I feel like more people could actually join as well, right? It's the pog face that's what's bothering you. It is, it's your fault. It's great for EU folks at least. Okay, so you guys like it a little bit better, slightly later in the evening. It also means that there are more Americans awake by then. Well, no, I mean, that by then it's already lunchtime for them, so for most of them. So I don't think it bothers them too much. It does kind of cut out the Asian crowd a little bit, though, and I feel bad about that. So maybe once in a while I'll stream a little bit earlier. but for the most part, I mean, majority of my viewers are US, UK, and Germany. I know there are a few in Asia. Now, Europe and UK and America are definitely the most. So I guess I should at least try and cater to those. As one myself, at least. Okay, cool. Nuggy is also EU. You start at 2 p.m. for me. Seems too early for average American audiences, though. It is Saturday, I guess. Yeah, so Saturdays are definitely more. Although yesterday more Americans showed up as well, and that was a Friday. I will never be able to get unless I start streaming at like midnight my time. I wouldn't be able to get the American crowd in all that much anyway. So I guess it is what it is, right? Man, now I'm motivated to finally get to downloading mods. Yeah, 8 p.m. is a nice time, or 9 p.m. for me. Dutchy, nice. Nice. I am from South Africa, so I understand a little bit of Dutch. Actually, my Afrikaans is pretty rusty at this point. We used to be my mother tongue, but yeah, it's lekker, man. Okay. That is something. That is something that I feel good about. The other thing I feel good about is that we now have one actual YouTube channel member, which is great. One more, and we'd be able to get another emote for the channel, which is great. Hopefully, as it all grows, I'll actually start getting some money out of the YouTube thing. At the moment, I don't even get payouts because I don't like. There's a payout threshold. I'm not even making it yet. So. But as it grows, hopefully that will happen. So one thing that is bothering me a little bit is the fact that BMA became a member before the stream, and it didn't come up as a member. So I'm not sure if that has to happen while I'm live for it to come up, because it just didn't really do. It didn't react. It's not on my activity feed or anything. So I'm just wondering if YouTube's just really that slow with this sort of stuff, because I know they're that slow with subscribers. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the stream for today. Thank you all for coming out. I think we made a good amount of progress. It's always difficult to build something from reference. I've never built a train before at all, and so building it from reference, talking to chat, engaging, doing all that, I get confused, I get sidetracked, but we did good, right? I'll go and tweak some more things in like off camera and whatnot. And maybe somewhere in the week we'll do another stream or two working on a couple of other things. I do want those of you that are in my Discord to still think of some more ideas, right? So we have subway train. That's something we're going to do for the rail thing. Then we have dark monorail. So I was thinking we have light monorail that hangs. Maybe we can have dark monorail that sits on top of a monorail, like a normal monorail, right? Passenger train, which is this one, the high-speed rail sort of vibe. And then cargo train might have one with like a big freaking zombie catcher at the front. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. And then station decorations, and I don't know what else we're going to be doing for a rail video. So you guys contemplate that one. Drop some ideas in the... There's a video ideas forum in the Discord that is about this Metro video idea that Tez recommended. So drop some ideas in there if you come up with anything else that you think it fits the like train station, metro, subway, all that sort of stuff vibe, right? Notifications would need to happen when you're live. It doesn't keep a backlog while off on Twitch, at least. Yeah, it's not the same between Twitch and YouTube. I don't know. It should have come up on my activity feed at least, but we'll see. It's also, if I look on the reason why I say YouTube hasn't gone through with it yet is because no, it has now. BMA has the grunt tier 1 grunt role in Discord, so it did go through. Okay, so yeah, it has to just happen on stream then for it to be able to register in my activity feed. Oh well. Anyway, we have a member now. We have 2 members technically. Okay, thanks guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.